Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Camille, and you just heard Oxblood by House Sparrow. Before that, Evil Valentine by Mark Schwaber. And before that, Higher Education by Lenoir. Let's start out with Lenoir. This song evokes memories for me. I mean, immediately, as soon as I heard it, I was taken back to sort of this childhood melancholia, which I think the artist is trying to convey. And the length of the track, I think, really works for me as well, and just bringing these feelings to fruition slowly, without rushing it.
Lenoir is out of North Adams, Massachusetts. There's a lot here to really think about with this track. I don't know, there's something about it that just sort of hangs in the air like dust in a sunbeam.
There's something meditative about the way that the lyrics sort of unfold, and it just feels like the artist is there in the room with you when you listen to that.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know? It's definitely a long song and it like initially doesn't seem to go anywhere, quote unquote, but like it has somewhere else it's trying to go without having something so straightforward as like a drop or anything like that.
I feel like it goes inward.
Yeah. And the lyrics are beautiful, of course.
So next up we had Evil Valentine by Mark Schwaber, who's out of Greenfield, Massachusetts. And this was a song that I loved it. As soon as I heard it, I thought, okay, this is going on the playlist. The vocal production here is like super, super crisp, but I hear just enough room sound that it's sort of warm and fuzzy. You feel like you're there with in the recording. The guitars are also fantastic. And it has a tinge of this Midwest emo sound that I loved so much, especially like in my teens. Is an obvious pick for me.
I get it, yeah. And Mark Schwaber is definitely a name to know in the area. He's worked in studios with folks like Lloyd Cole, Lou Barlow from Sebadoh and Dinosaur Jr. He's worked with Fred Mayer from Lou Reed's group, Matthew Sweet, Mary Lou Lord. He's a real champ, and he's released 6 different albums, with a 7th in the midst of being recorded right now, as far as I recall. And this track is just beautiful. There's a lot going on here to work with. His vocals are very sharp. Like, this is someone who clearly, overtly knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And then rounding off that block, House Sparrow from North Adams, Massachusetts, with Oxblood. Whoa, this one surprised me in the best way.
Oh yeah, I'm really glad you liked it. This one feels, again, and the reason I paired it with Lenoir is because it feels reminiscent of a simpler time. And you've got sort of this retro production on the vocals that you were talking about earlier. There's something more that sort of just bubbles deep just beneath the surface of this like otherwise sort of bright track.
Yeah, I get it. The vocal treatment here is really interesting and unique. It does feel kind of 70s. I know you were going to mention that.
Yeah.
But also not entirely. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a very intentional vocal treatment that I, as a producer, really find compelling.
Retro future, maybe.
Almost, I guess. I don't know. And then the arrangement of the thing is beautiful. You have those like lovely, lovely guitars and banjo, almost a banjo-y sound on those, or an actual banjo, I can't tell. And then that lovely synth pad in the background. It feels so classic, so timeless, but then so expressly modern and so complicated. It's such a combination of genres that I can't help but admire it while still being really catchy.
Yeah, that's from the album Eat Honey, Taste Mud.
That's a really good name.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing next?
Next, we have Claire by Wallace Field, which is a song I'm really excited for y'all to hear.